Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a declutter. Today might be a little bit of a pain point for the most of us. I know that for me it definitely is. So today I encourage you to also go through, and while I purge my closet with all of these items and even more that's not shown on the bed, do it with me. Let's do this together. Let's clear our closet, and while clearing our closet, let's clear our mind. Let's free us from the bad, negative self-talk that we're feeding ourselves every day when we go to get ready and we're met with these items. Let's give it to somebody who would really find joy in it. Okay friends, so I grabbed a donation box to go ahead and get started. I have a trash bag also that you can't see out of frame, and I also have a time will tell bin, same as the Minimal Mom encourages us to do. So the things that I'm not sure about will go in the time will tell bin, the things that are going to donate will go into the donation box, and the things that are trash will go in the trash bag. Makes it simple when everything is said and done. I wanted this entire process to be very smooth, easy, and not make a huge mess. So instead of pulling everything out of the closet, I decided to go item by item and leaving everything hung up, just deal with one item at a time. This entire process was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. When I was truly honest with myself, I really knew the articles of clothing that I tended to gravitate to, and really, I wear them on repeat quite frequently. The Minimal Mom actually says this is the way that the majority of us do our clothing. Even though we have a ton of items hanging in the closet, we tend to wear the same things over and over again. This was just the initial declutter of our closet. And spoiler alert, I've actually already gone back through the closet probably twice now, and my husband has actually gone through his side of the closet as well. And I really feel like the onion method that the Minimal Mom talks about is really the best strategy. So I went through initially, I pulled out all of the things that I knew for sure that I was not going to want or wear. And then I gave it a little bit of time. I went back through the items because daily, as you're looking at your clothes, you're pulling them out and putting them on. You're seeing the things that you're constantly passing over, the things that you don't tend to gravitate to, and the things that you know that when I wear that, I really have to pull on it or adjust it constantly throughout the day. I don't feel comfortable in it. You'll become more comfortable with just being honest and getting rid of the items that you know that you're not going to wear. Now I'm just trying to go through and group similar items together to make it easier to find the things that I'm looking for in the morning when getting ready. So all of my cardigans are going in the front, tank tops, followed by short sleeve, then long sleeve, sweaters, and so on. Pants, dresses are at the back. You can see here that the donation bin was actually full and overflowed onto the floor, and the trash bag was also full and overflowed onto the floor. So I do think that we had a success. There's other donation items on the bed that wasn't shown in that specific clip. Here I'm just trying to help my husband organize his shoes and put them into least worn all the way up to the most worn to make them more easy to access day to day. I didn't declutter any of his items. I let him do that on his own.
So if you're anything like me and you have spent your hard-earned money on things that you really thought at one point that you loved, and maybe you really did love it, and for a season you wore or used it nonstop, you feel like you've got your bang for your buck, then awesome, that's great. But for a lot of us, sometimes we can spend our money on things and we never really use it. We have this ideal in our mind of the person that we would be if we wore this item, or we had this bag, or we wore these shoes, and in reality, when you bring that item home and you go to wear it for the first time, you put it on and maybe it doesn't fit quite as nicely as you thought that it did in the store. It's a little bit uncomfortable. You're having to pull on it and rearrange it to make it look good, make yourself comfortable as you're wearing it, and you know that you're just not going to have a good day, so you take that item off, you cast it to the side. Immediately, buyer's remorse kicks in. And you might be really embarrassed to take the item back, or maybe you don't want to waste your time because maybe it's just a $20 item, or maybe it's a really high fashion item like Michael Kors products, or Coach or Louis Vuitton, and you don't really want to be seen as one that takes it back to the store because you're afraid of what the people at the counter are going to say about you. Whatever it may be, I have come to realize the fact that I've already spent the money. If I didn't take the time to take the item back to the store, and it's well past the days that I can return the item, keeping the item in my closet is not going to make me use it or wear it. And really, every time I go to the closet, those items are speaking to me. I heard the Minimal Mom say this one time, and it has stuck so much in my head. Every time you open your closet or the items that you have in your home, they're telling you something about yourself or to do something. So every time you have an article of clothing in your closet that doesn't fit and it's too small, it's automatically telling you that you're not a good person, because why can't you fit into those clothes? And why did you spend so much on a bag and now you're not even using it? How much money did you waste? Or why did you buy a pair of or why did you buy a pair of shoes that you weren't 100% sure that would fit just because they were on sale? Or this fancy shirt because, man, it's really going to look good for Christmas. When in all reality, I put it on for Christmas and it was the most uncomfortable thing ever. These little sequins stuck inside my hair, pulled my hair the whole entire time. Or you bought a bag because of the color, because it was exactly what you were looking for, but the bag was too small and it doesn't really work for you. It's not functional. But I've held on to these items because it was too late to take them back. Life was crazy. It was too busy. But holding on to these items, I've realized, is not solving the problem. It's not giving me my money back. They're well past the date of being able to do a return on them. Some of the items didn't even have a return policy, whatever the cause. Keeping these items in my closet is not doing anything for my mental health. It's making me think poorly about the financial decisions that I've made. It's making me question the size that I am. Puts me in a bad mood when I'm trying to get ready for the day. So with the help of the Minimal Mom, I have decided once and for all to part with these things. They're going to be donated or they're going to be sold. I will try to sell some of them to recoup maybe the larger items like the Michael Kors bags, because this bag literally was carried like twice. I'm going to make peace with myself and get rid of these items so that they're not taking up valuable real estate in my closet and they're not feeding me a negative message every time I go to get ready to leave the house.
Speaking of negative messages, items that I've also held on to that I no longer need are scrubs.
A whole bin of nursing uniforms. Those are not cheap. Tops are like $25 to $32 and the pants are $20. Now, when I did home health, I wore those all the time. But now that I don't, and they're still in really good condition, I can't get half of the money out of it that I put into it. And take, for example, this Michael Kors bag. Beautiful bag. Thought that I loved it, loved the color. It was exactly what I was looking for. But it ended up being too small for what I wanted to carry. And so I've spent all of this money and carried it maybe twice, and it doesn't serve the purpose. I've tried to list it on Facebook Marketplace for a fraction of the price that I paid for it, and no bites at all. Same for this bag. Now, I did love this bag. I use this all the time. Again, another Michael Kors bag, yet nobody is even interested. But I've continued to hold on to them because I personally paid so much for them. Now this one, could say that I got my money out of it. I probably carried this bag nonstop for about 2 years. So if you break it down over the course of 2 years, the price that I paid for the bag and kind of depreciate it like you would a car, I've got less than $1 in this bag. So this one I can a little bit more easily let go of without any kind of buyer's remorse. But this bag I only carried twice. So you can see how it'd be a little bit more difficult to get rid of these items. And so I think a lot of us live in a place where we get ready every single morning. We look in our closet. We are immediately depressed. We're immediately feeling bad about ourselves or mad at ourselves for the financial situation that we're in. Maybe these bags are mocking us because we're so deep in debt from all of the consumer items that we have that we can't even pay our bills. We can't even pay our mortgage on our home. And we're really worried that our car's going to be repossessed. The same exact example that I had in previous videos. I shared my story. And I'm tired. I'm tired of living that way. The society has got everyone thinking that you have to have all of these possessions to be able to be happy and to be fulfilled. And really, that's not it at all. We get so consumed in purchasing these items and maintaining these items that we don't even take knowledge of the friendships and the family and our spouses, our children that are around us, because we're too busy caring for these items, conditioning these items, and storing them when we don't even really enjoy them to begin with. Now, if you have a bag that you love, awesome. Kudos to you, because I still have bags. I'm not going to get rid of the bags that I enjoy, but I'm not going to continue to hold on to things that don't bring me joy and that are taking up space in my closet and are really taking up space in my mind, beating me up over the choices that I made so many years ago. Maybe you could give this as a gift to someone. Maybe we can even get creative with the things that we do. Actually, I'd be interested in that. Give me a like if you're going to do this challenge with me. Leave me a comment down below. Some unique ideas to be able to do to re-gift these to other people without just feeling like you've lost your money if you're not going to choose to sell it. Maybe re-gift some of the clothes that you have with the tags on it to a friend that you just want to do something nice for them and give them something that's new and not used with tags on it. I'm not anymore going to beat myself up over the fact that I've spent money on things that did not serve me. But I'm also not going to continue to make the same decisions that I did. I'm going to shop with intention. I'm going to make sure from now on that everything that I leave the store with fits and feels good on my body now. This was just from the brief declutter that I did. I still feel like I need to pare down my closet. I'm still going to go through removing my winter items and storing those properly so that they're not in the way and it decreases the visual clutter in my closet. I just want our home to be as functional, as peaceful, as mentally freeing as possible, so that just our normal everyday getting ready to leave the home is not an unbearable task where I have this amount of clothes on because I've tried on things that don't fit, or I've had to switch out pocketbooks that I don't really enjoy, or they don't match my outfits. I can't even imagine how much time I'm going to get back. It's all a learning curve, and we're all going to make mistakes. So let's learn to give ourselves a little bit of grace, but let's also learn to get rid of the clutter in our closet and in our mind from the things that we have purchased, and learn to forgive ourselves and move on and bless somebody in the process. So as you can see, my closet is still not perfect. I'm still going to be paring down this closet. I'm still going to be taking out the winter clothes and putting those into storage bags that are vacuum sealed. I'm still going to try to go through these purses one more time just to make sure there's one that I don't actually carry or that I'm not going to lean to carrying. But this is much better than what it was. We're currently working with what we have. So we have the existing rails that we had. I have this bookshelf from many years ago when I was in nursing school, and I'm currently rearranged it to be a shoe rack. So we're using what we have and dealing with items as we can. All the pictures that are over there are going to be rearranged and hung up on the wall. I took those down when I was painting the living room. So I still feel like we put a pretty big dent in everything. We still have a ways to go, but I can't tell you how much better this feels. To not only myself, but to my husband. In fact, as soon as he walked into the closet from the first time that I organized it, he said, wow, how much better it felt and how easier it was to get into the closet. I mean, you can actually see the floor now. That's a pretty big improvement. But I want to thank you guys for being here. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to spend with me. It really means so much to me because time is so precious. And the fact that you choose to stay here and watch my videos really means a lot. I really do enjoy reading your comments. I'll be looking forward to seeing some comments that you might leave down below. If you're new here and you're interested in learning more about finances, organization, decluttering, loving your life as it is, and learning to bless your home in the process no matter what is going on in your life and what your home looks like, then you've definitely are at the right place. I'm here to encourage you, to let you know that you're loved and you're important. Everybody on this channel is somebody, and I'm really happy that you're here. Until then, bye friends, I'll see you next time.